Hello everyone, this is Raghu. I'm working as a developer in HCL RTist. So today I'm going to demonstrate the textual state machine feature which we are including in 11.2 as an experimental. So to give an introduction about the textual state machine, couple of sprints ago I gave a preview about it. So still I'll touch upon like what it is exactly. Okay, so here we can see the diagram based state machine in the left side, and in the right side we can see its corresponding textual representation. Here we have state machine RT language. That's why we are giving the extension as SRT. It's called as a state machine RT grammar language. This has syntax for every UML element which are supported in the diagram. So for example, if you can see here, state has a state and then followed by name as a syntax. And for transition, we can see transition name and source and then destination and on which port and then when what is the this does not have when guard syntax. So we can define guard with when and there will be a code and then followed by effect. That's for a transition. So the main advantage of this is we can see the complete picture of the state machine. For example, maybe I'll show in the tool. For example, in the left hand side state machine diagram, which is in the diagram, we can't see the code associated with the transitions and even the entry. This of course don't have any entry or exit code. For transition, if I say effect, we have transitions, and for effect code we can't see in the diagram. We have to navigate to the code editor and see what is the code associated with. Whereas if we have this textual state machine, we can see the complete picture. What is the effect code associated with it? So that is one of the main advantage of this. Of course, like user has the choice of using the diagram as well as the textual state machine. We currently support both. Yeah, maybe moving to the next slide. What are the highlights? What this experimental release has? So model compiler supports the building of the textual state machine, as Matthias mentioned in the slides. And we have implemented a formatting support for the snippets, which will make the textual state machine beautiful. So we are free to edit with our own format, and then if we can invoke the formatting command, it makes the code beautiful. And then we have content assist. I'll demonstrate the content assist. We have very good content assist to create all the elements, and of course content assist is element sensitive. You won't get all the complete content assist available for the state machine at every place of the editor. You will get only the element sensitive content assist. And also HTest provides the template creation for the elements. We can define our own template, and template will be available in the content assist. This will be helpful in defining the custom element creation. If we want a complete block of code to be already available in the template, we can make use of this. And also I'll show the navigation support how we have currently. Currently we have navigation support in RTist. Navigate from Project Explorer to diagram, from diagram to Project Explorer. So similar navigation is supported here. I'll demonstrate that. And also synchronization. Now we are free to edit the model in the Project Explorer, like earlier how you are used to edit for the diagram based state machine. Still we are supporting such things. So of course currently as it is an experimental, has some minor limitations. So I'll touch upon what are the limitations we have as and when I go through the demo. So let me start the demo. First I will demonstrate the conversion and the building and running of the textual state machine. So the current option what we have provided for creating the textual state machine is the conversion. So we have to add first one state machine with the diagram, and then on the diagram we get refactor. Under the create fragment we get an option for choosing which state machine we need to convert. So here I can select, as I said, .srt, which is state machine real time. So that is the language is used for textual state machines. Okay, if I click OK, this will be get converted and opened in the textual state machine editor. I'll click OK. Yeah, of course I have to give name for this 30 and maybe I'll give a different name. Okay, I'll choose the workspace scope. Yeah, now we can see the existing diagram based state machine got converted to textual state machine. As I mentioned, we can see as I shown in the presentation, the same format is available here. And as I mentioned, as a first step, I will demonstrate the support of the model compiler. So this is the fragment which has got created just now, tl.srt, and so I will open the tcjs transformation configuration and then set the target configuration as per my need. Okay, let me save it and then I will build the transformation. This is to demonstrate, the newly created textual state machine is fully supported by model compiler, and the generated code is nowhere different than the earlier diagram based state machines. It is exactly same, and the exe also obviously will be same. And I will show the generated code. Yeah, so this is the generated code which has the similar representation of the old state machine, the diagram based state machine. There is no difference. But here there is one limitation I would like to mention is the code to model synchronization is not supported yet. We have to wait for further releases for that. So if we do modify any changes in the generated code, it will not be get reflected in the SRT model. So that is one of the limitation available here. And of course, we can run the generated exe. I will try to run it. So debug has real-time application. Switch. I will run it. And I will populate all the events. Populate events view. Okay. Maybe I will manually add the events, needed events. Okay. Let me delete all and manually add all the events. Red and then green and then yellow. Okay. So now it's currently in red. I will send event green. So it is accepted at control and then red. Sorry, red is not accepted now. I have to send yellow. Yeah, it's accepted. And then I will send red. So the events, whatever I have sent are accepted. But here also there is one limitation, like we had this instance diagram. So this state instance diagram is not supported currently. The reason behind this is the diagrams, whatever is present with the state machine will get destroyed when we convert the model to state machine language. So that is a current limitation we have. The existing diagrams will be lost. We are working on that to support it. So the same thing applies here also. The instance diagram is not supported here, but we can run the generated exe that is supported. If I start the application, I should be able to see all the effect code which got executed when the transitions were invoked. Okay, this is about generating the code and running. I will switch back to the view, and I will demonstrate the support for formatting and navigation support. I will use this ping pong model for that. Let me close this. I will convert. Refactor, create fragment. Sorry, I choose this and this refactor option for converting to SRT is only applicable for state machines. As I tried just now on the capsule, that option was not available. It is only available for state machines. I will choose SRT. The name of this is pink. Yes. Yeah, so this got created. We can see this has a bit lengthy state machine. And what I would like to demonstrate some of the important features of this is the navigation support what we have. So for example, here we can see there are a couple of states and there is a code. And sometimes it's hard for us to navigate between the elements. So for that, this editor supports the navigation between the project explorer and the editor and also within the editor. For example, wait, I have a state here and wait has exit point 1 and here this exit point 1 is used as a source. If I want to navigate it back, I just have to hold the control and click. It will navigate me to its original location. And also if I have any ports like on port ping pong 1 is used, right? So if I want to navigate to the project explorer, I can just hold control and click. You can see it got navigated to project explorer. And also same thing applies for events also. You can see it navigated to event to the project explorer. And also same thing apply for wait state level also. And also one more important thing is if we do control O, it will list all the elements at the node level. We can see our transitions and all the states are listed here. We can expand this and also navigate, like this navigation is supported nicely. We can go to timeout transition easily. I just have to double click and it will go. And also if we want to search, control J, using control, you can also use control J. And for example, if I want to search wait, I just have to press control J and then wait. And then I just have to do control J. Wherever wait is present, it will navigate. So this really helps to navigate within the editor if the state machine is bigger. As I said, the complete picture of the state machine can be seen here in this example. If this is not the case, if it is a diagram based state machine, for example, like this. Yeah, in this we can see only the states and transition. We don't see the code. But whereas if we see this, we can see the code also. And as I mentioned, we are supporting the formatting. We just have to right click, source. Sorry. Format is disabled for here. Yeah, I just did select all and format was enabled. So we can see it's nicely formatted. For example, just to demonstrate, like if I add one more state here. Yeah. State 1. And for example, like while editing, if I move it to here and save it. And now if I do, if I invoke the formatting, this gets into its place properly. And the editor looks nice. And the same thing gets persisted in the disk. And also we support comments also. Like we can add comments, and this also gets persisted. This is a wait state responsible for wait function, something like that. And this comments also can be added to the it's similar to the documentation for the element. We can add the documentation in the state machine RT in the editor itself. Okay. And just don't save this, it's fine. And this is about the navigation support and the documentation support we are giving, and also the formatting. And formatting also supported within the elements also. For example, if I move this entry and save, and if I do format, that gets into its place properly, and formatting makes the content beautiful. Okay, the next topic I would like to touch upon is the content assist. So what is provided by the editor. So for that, maybe I will convert some other state machine. Maybe I will convert a simple one, maybe hello world. Let me close this. I'll convert this. Factor, create fragment, SRT. Yeah. So this one is hello world. Click OK. Yeah. So here, what I want to demonstrate is the content assist, what we have. So here I have a state one. I want to create a new state. So if I do control space, it will give me options available for the at the state machine level. I will show what are the state region level once I create a region for the state. So I can create new state. It will give me the template. I can create a new trigger transition. It will give me the template and the initial transition, and all other the language elements are supported. So here I already have a template created. I will show how to create template as well. Before that, I will use the given the content assist. To create state, I just have to use state S1 and then comma S2. I will create a transition now with the help of newly created states. New trigger transition. Before that, I can give a name for this, trans1, and then I will select source as a S1 and target as S2. Okay, so now I created the transition and state with the provided content assist at the state machine level. I will add a region for the state. I will show you how content assist looks now. So now the content assist differs for the state level. So now if I do control space, now I can see a new entry action is supported. If I choose that, yes, we can see the template provides the nice entry template where we can add our code. Entry code for state 1, and then similarly for exit. Exit code for state 2. And then entry point E1, E2. Similarly, exit point EX1, EX2. And also I can add some guard for this when count is greater than 10. And now I can invoke the format, source format. Now we can see the formatter improved the code. For example, for this trans one, I had the guard code in the same line. Now it came to the new line. So this is supported by the formatting. And before that, I mean, along with that, what one more thing, the synchronization support, what I would like to show is the synchronization support. Here we can create new elements and it will support the synchronization. For example, what I will do, I will create some more elements. For example, here I will create a new state, maybe S3, and then S4, and then one more triggered transition. Before that, I have to give a name. I will give a name, trans2, S3 to S4. I will save it. I will do format. Yes, I'll do format. I'll do save all. So now if I do any modification in the Project Explorer, for example, if I do, renaming of this S3 to something else from the properties view, so that should get reflected in the editor. Yes, we can see it got reflected properly. And also we are free to add the code from the code view. For example, for transition, what I will do, I will add an effect code. This is the newly created transition, trans2, right? So I will add some code for, something like this is the code, this is the effect for trans2. If I change, we can see that got reflected here. This is fine. There's some minor glitch. I can remove that. Yeah. So this synchronization is supported. The next item I would like to demonstrate is the template, which is very helpful in creating the elements. For example, I already have one template. The template functionality is available under state machine RT templates. Okay, here I have already a template. This is the body of the template, what I have created. So this is basically a name, and then this is a complete template for the complete transition with the guard and effect and a name. So the default content assist for the trigger transition don't include a name. So that is why I have created my own. So I can use this. So to edit this, I can just click on the edit. So here I can use the I have a lot of variables also here. If I say it's like this is location specific content assist are available here. Not all the content assist will come to support the editing here in the template. Okay, so I'll click OK. Or else I'll delete this and I'll add new one. That will be good. Okay, so now I will add trans with name, and this is the context of transition. Okay, and description, maybe I'll choose this. Same thing. So pattern, now name, and then state 1, and then target state 2, and then when maybe I will try to use the content assist when is available here. So these are the elements supported by the language, and then body. So for body, we need to add the backticks, and then effect. Again, it's a body. This also need a backtick. Okay, this is a complete a transition. So I will click OK. Now this is available. I'll apply and close. Now I can use that. So before that, I will create some more states. So S5 and S6. So there are two more states created. I will do formatting. Yes, so formatting is done. So now I will use my template to create the transition. So now we can see the complete template got entered. So here I will give name as maybe trans3, and then I will change the states S5 to S6 and body, and this is for the guard. So C is less than 5, and then for effect I will do something like C out C only. Okay, and now we can see this is in the same line, right? So if I invoke the format, that will become nicely formatted. Okay, and also whatever the changes I have made here, I should be able to see here in the project explorer. The trans3 is available here. There's a effect, and we can see the code here for a guard, and for a effect also you can see the code whatever I have created here, and all the newly created elements also available here. So yeah, and also we do support diagrams as well, like to add the diagrams. Like the diagram support is currently I would say is in a very not fully supported, but still we can add a diagram here. Add diagram state machine. Yes, it's getting added. Yeah. So as I said, the diagram support is not fully active now. So we are working on that. So meanwhile, like just to show you, we can still use the diagram as well for adding. For example, I can add a new state in the diagram. Yes, I should be able to see the newly added state in the editor. And also maybe one more, state 2 to state 3, and I will create a transition. And yes, for this transition, I will give a name. So newly created elements should be visible here. Yeah, I mean, I think there is some minor issue now. It's not shown. Yeah, as I said, this diagram support is not fully working, so we can leverage it. Yeah, that's all the state machine, textual state machine support we have now.